Hey, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be working on, so it's typical for me when I get home to kind of spend some time studying the plans and seeing like what I might be missing. Mostly that's what I'm looking for, but oftentimes it's actually to just familiarize myself with where I'm headed more than what I've left behind. But in this case, when I was looking at where I'm headed, looking at where the fabric overlaps are and stuff like that, since that's the next step, I discovered that I actually didn't get these blocks that go here at the leading edge of the landing gear. There are two blocks that go on here that act sort of like stops. For the landing gear, I didn't get those in place, so which makes me happy that I stopped urethane here where I did, because now I need to go back and need to make these blocks. They're out of just 1/4" ply, and get those shaped and epoxied on before I can finish urethaning this particular area of the bottom of the fuselage. So I'm going to get the landing gear just kind of temporarily on so that I can do that. So all right, I'm going to show you this part on the drawing real quick. It's this part right here, and you can kind of see where it goes. And one of the things that you have to do is you have to actually cut a 1/4" deep. Basically the block is 1.5 by 3.5 is the dimension of it, and it goes from here this way. And what you want to do is so I need a flat section that's a 1/4" high, and the length that it needs to be, so the block is actually going to sit up against a flat piece of this. So we'll end up cutting this on the bandsaw. Since it's the leading edge, now that I'm looking at it, we won't cut it on the bandsaw because we can't get it in there. So I'll have to figure out how I'm going to do this. But for now, I just want to get it marked out, and so I know it's going a 1/4". I know it's going a 1/4" high. And then I actually want to start from the, well, I guess it's going to end up being the whole piece there, but it's roughly 3.5. But I'm going to start the 3.5 from where it's not rounded, it starts out in the flat area. So I'm going to start it right here, 1/4" back. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3.5 here. So that's the section that we'll end up taking out. Alright, so you can see I didn't bring my table saw to the shop because there are so many tools here. I brought my bandsaw because I like it so much, but I didn't bring my own table saw. So I'm using this dinosaur that the chapter owns here, but I thought I would just show you how I'm doing this. You have to hold it at the angle that it sits so that you get a vertical edge here. And so I just started it. And what I'm going to do is just get it close, and then I'll finish it off with the file. But all I'm doing is just getting close to the line, but not completely on the line. So. Alright, so I got these two shapes cut out, and these are the blocks. And now all I have to do is take this over to the bandsaw, or not the bandsaw, I've already done that. I've got to just take it over to the sander and round off the edges on the back side. And then they'll be ready to epoxy in place. Alright, so I got everything rigged up again, and you can see I'm using my favorite clamp, blue tape. And so I just put some blue tape on the on this area to keep the epoxy off of it, and then the block just slides right in there, and that tape will actually give a little bit of a area for some fabric to exist in there, so I won't have to worry about that being too tight later. And so I've got those set up, and I just had to quickly just assemble these with 4 bolts just to hold them in place. And now I'll get some epoxy mixed up, I'll get these blocks in place, and then while that's curing, I can do some other things. And I want to, when it's just gelled good, I'll get these out of the way just to make sure that there's no epoxy seeping down underneath here and gluing my landing gear to the fuselage. So, all right, and then I can continue on with the process of laying down some more urethane. All right, so that's all weighted down, and got a nice squeeze out all the way around. Feel good about that. So just gonna let that cure. And it looks like I don't have to be concerned about epoxy wicking underneath the landing gear. I don't see any, so I'm just going to leave this like it is for now. And I'm going to come over, and I've been sanding a little bit on that first coat of urethane on the instrument panel, so I'm going to go ahead and sand this out. And yeah, so it's going to be a short day. Don't have a lot of time, but glad to get something done. And hey, I'll catch you later.